Hey, Father Taylor here, and it's Thursday, and I just arrived this morning around 1:15. Kitty and I had a chance to go down to San Antonio, and I think being in San Antonio is why it feels so cold up here today for us, having been in 83-degree weather just 28, 24 or 48 hours ago. So it was really great to get down there and see my daughter and be back at church. So thanks to everybody who made it possible for me to be away this past weekend. Thanks to Judy Wheeler for music, for Deacon Denise and all she faithfully does every week, and for Julie Mudge, who just got back from vacation but stepped up so I could get that trip in. So thanks to all those guys and to all the faithful people, Carol and Amanda behind the scenes, who are just always taking care of business for our community. A couple of things I want you to know about that are coming up. One, let's talk about meetings first. On Tuesday, January 10th, we're going to have a chance for you to hear and to ask questions about our budget before we take a vote on it. So, at annual meeting, we pretty much approve it, but the vestry votes on it at the last meeting in January. And Anthony's worked up the figures we have so far. If you mean to pledge or you haven't pledged, I really ask you to do that. That really helps us kind of get a picture of the budget, so please, think about that if you haven't already done that. So that's a Zoom meeting. There'll be a link that you can go to. We're asking you to sign up for that, and we'll send you the information about the budget when you sign up. So January 10th, 6:30, Zoom meeting, budget for 2023. Okay? End of the month, on the 29th, following the 9:15 service, so ballpark 10:45. That is our annual meeting. Annual meeting, is a requirement of the it's in the canons of the church, but really it's like any other 501c3. You have to have an annual meeting. You have to only members can vote. Everybody can come. Members vote, and we determine a lot of things that go on, particularly leadership. And you get to hear about trends in the church, and we get to be together. Annual meeting on the 29th at 10:45 will be live in person, but also hybrid for those of you who will not be able to be there in person. I would ask you to give it a shot to come out. It should be the first big meeting we have following, which is the next topic, the repainting and the acoustic tiles, which will make Mitchelson Hall usable. I'm really hoping by faith that this is going to do it for us. So we've been assured that it's supposed to reduce something like 60% of all of the echo that goes on, which should make our room much more manageable for sound. So we're looking forward to that. That painting of the church should start on Monday, January 9th. We think it takes about 4 days. And the acoustic tile people are waiting for delivery for some of the fabrics and things, but that should take place pretty quickly after that. So that's also coming up. Also coming up is I have, over the last year and a half, had a group which I invited particular people to come to. I called it the Mission Group. Now, the benefit, if you haven't been part of that, the benefit of this is that, I think I really know how to work a mission with Trinity people at this point. So what does it mean for mission? So mission is, how do you become a disciple the way Jesus pictured discipleship? We often think of discipleship as just or being good, or discipleship means that we believe, but no, discipleship is the act of learning to do what Jesus did and taught his disciples, and what Jesus continues to do through the church. And so how do you be a person who not only believes, but a person who's part of God's mission? It's not just automatic. There's a bunch of skills that go in. Some of those skills have to do with personal transformation. Some of those skills have to do with, how do you learn to discern how God is leading you? Imagine that. Imagine you could take a class and practice to listen, learn how to listen to God and to follow God leading you in every day, wherever you are. A powerful thing. And I also have very focused mission assignments. If you are interested in joining that, send me a text, an email. Amanda comes back to work tomorrow, Friday, and I'm going to work with her on the schedule to get that going again. So that's going to be something we're invited to. Depending on how the room looks on Sunday, January 15th, is it? Yeah, 15th. That's when we're going to resume our after the church discipleship. So if you remember, we've been working through a series called Christianity Explored. What we found was that we need more time. So we tried to, go really fast because everyone's worried about, oh, I'm going to be at church too long. People would really rather, apparently, spend an extra 15, 20 minutes in getting deeper into conversations and prayer in the assignments. So starting on the 15th, as long as the hall is ready, we'll start up with Christianity Explored. And that, I think, has 2 sessions more. And then after that, we're going to do another program that's called Discipleship Explored. So we're resuming some midweek stuff and our after church discipleship opportunities for you coming up. Also want to say that Bill Pascucci and I, among others, are working to put together a way to get more people back involved in the Lunch in the Park program. We used to do it a different way before COVID. In COVID, we had to kind of make everything super tight and fast and with the least amount of people that we could do it with. We'd like to expand that, get more people involved again. So a lot of ministries resuming here in January. So great. So good to be back. Thank you so much for your continual prayerful support of the mission of our church. And we look forward to seeing you this weekend.